this is the start area. This is where you can play Gorilla Tag. You start inside here in this like hollow tree. You start here with the bed right in front of the computer. You don't need to touch the computer to start a public server. So you just spawn in here, and you can either choose to go out right, to go out here and just start a public server right as you go outside, or go down here to the mines. So here you can see the leaderboard. The leaderboard shows you who's in the game, it shows you who's tagged, and it shows who's not tagged by their color. So movement is like what I'm doing now is like how most people start, but one of the faster methods of doing it is shoving your hand like that, like directly across without pushing down, so you don't get that high of a jump. You gotta move your hands a bit faster though. So when you jump up, you'll slow a bit down because there's more force upwards than straight forward. So for jumping, when you want to jump, if you just like push your hand straight down, you jump straight up. So if you want to go there, you like have to draw a line from the branch to you, and that's how you're gonna hit it. Then you'll land up here. It might take a bit of practice here in the beginning stages of the game, and as I just showed with my fingers, you don't need them at all. So this thing called sticky hands, where you can jump up on a wall and just stick there without moving your hand at all. And here is what we call wall climbing. I think there's like another word for it, but I don't remember it. So here's like a short tutorial on how to do that if you somehow skipped it when you just started the game. So you gotta push down, make that line again, and push down there and land up there. You can use your sticky hands to see what to do, and then just keep doing that. The more you push downwards, the higher you'll go. As you can see there, I got pretty high on that last jump. So if I don't push down very hard, I don't jump that high. But the harder I push down, the higher I'll jump. So now you're up here. Before you're allowed to, or before you can start wall climbing, you need to know how to jump from branch to branch. So you'll probably start a bit like me here, jumping without really getting up there, having a bit of a hard time. It's normal to have hard times with catching the branches in the air. But as you get better, you'll be able to jump faster from branch to branch, still miss a bunch of the branches. There's a route here where you can also get up on the big tree, so if you're there where I just stopped, you can get up on the start tree. So here is like when you go fast, you need to orientate yourself all the ways, because else you might get stuck on some branches and stuff, and from the branches you can jump up on bridges and stuff, and over here to the treehouse and get up top of it right like that. Here, I'll talk about tree climbing. So there's the branches there you could take, or you can climb up here on this one branch here. If you go out to the tip here, you can jump all the way over here, and then you're on the top of the branches. So from here, if you want to get up to that branch up there, you gotta do tree hugging or tree climbing. So the way you'll do this is you'll come close to it and take your hands around it like that, and then you'll push down to force yourself upwards. The harder you push down, the higher up you'll get in one jump, and that's a pretty fast method of doing it. So now you can get up on top of trees like that and get to that hard branch to get to. So the same here. Generally it's easier to do the tree hugging here, but you can do this as well. So here's what the tree hugging looks like on these walls here. Wrap around again and then push down. So let's say someone's tagged and they're coming after you from below and they're getting quite close. You can jump here, either climb all the way up to the top of these walls or jump over to the house. So now I think it's a good time to talk about wall climbing. This is wall climbing. I'm doing a pretty bad job right now. So if you wanna wall climb, you gotta practice a lot. It took me a week to be able to do it. I'm not perfect at it, I still mess up quite often. But this wall here is quite good to learn it at because it curves outwards, so you can save yourself if you are practicing it and falling down. You can also get on top of that branch right there. So there's more than one method of doing it. Some people do it like this, like Eric 1515, where you climb up like that. I can't do that method. But if you're like me, you'll look down and do like a pyramid thing, triangle thing, where you look down at your hands and push yourself from side to side while pushing a bit upwards. So you can try it with the sticky hands right here again to get like a feel of it. Then you want to do it faster, do 1 2 1 2, and then with the other hand to get a feel of how it works. Once you feel confident in that, you gotta add an extra jump to it. So it's 1 2 3 before you try again 1 2 3, and then do it with your other hand, and then add another jump when you're confident with that. So it's 1 2 3 4, and then 5 and 6 and 7. If you're having a hard time keeping on the wall, like you push yourself backwards, it's a good idea to get up on this tree here. Once you get on top of this tree here, beautiful landing. So when you get up on this tree here, there's this kind of hidden branch right here, besides this big branch over here. So you don't need that branch, you can get up there and get up to the platform right there, but we just use this platform or this branch right here. So when you get out here, you need to like sort of wall run over here. You can use your sticky hands again. If you don't know how to do it, it's just like push yourself against the wall without pushing outwards at all. And then you're over here when you can save yourself because the wall curves upwards towards you. It's also a pretty good place to practice wall running, which I cannot do right now. I am still practicing. So just like keep trying here. You don't need to take 2 jumps to get out in the middle. You can do it in 1 jump like I did here. So there's another wall to practice getting up without it curving too much inwards and helping you too much. It's also a pretty great escape route. It's right here with the weird textures. So when you get up to the top right there, you can jump backwards and get on top of a platform. But the wall curves a bit inwards here when you get a bit higher up, and it becomes a bit easier. You can see here I get too close to the middle, and here it gets a bit easier. So now I'm at the top where it goes vertically up again. I push myself backwards and I'm up here on the platforms. It's a pretty good escape route with like people who knows how to wall run. So from here you can do whatever you want, get back to the wall again and climb it again, or just find your own routes around the map.